Hi, I'm Calvin of AJ Ministries, and I'm coming to you with another healthy offering of Christ. I want to welcome you back to another Calvin's Kitchen. Today's discussion is going to be about something that I saw in the news this week. They were talking about legislature trying to pass a bill for teachers to carry guns in school. Their whole basis for this argument is that if the Columbine incident, and they're trying to say that if teachers had guns already in the school for that Columbine incident, it wouldn't have went the same way. That's true. It wouldn't have went the same way. What is my thought on this? Well, I'm laughing because first of all, before I even, well, let's go ahead and do it. First of all, we are people. We are the most volatile animals in the world. And I say this sparingly. Think about something. Please think about something before you put a gun in a teacher's hand. Think about postal workers that had guns in their hands. Think about children when you put a gun in their hand. Think about what we do when we get... See, I have this understanding that putting a weapon in an idiot's hand is idiotic. You don't put a loaded weapon in an idiot's hand. Well, people say, well, they're teachers. They're there to shape the minds of our children. These are the same people that are sleeping with our daughters and sons and having children by them. Okay? So if they were so above suspicion, we wouldn't be having to worry about is the gym teacher sleeping with one of our 14 or 15-year-old girls. We wouldn't have to worry about if one of the nurse aide, school kitchen aides was in there sleeping with one of our 16-year-olds sons or giving him oral sex in the parking lot. These things wouldn't happen. Okay? I understand why you want to put guns in the school so they can be protected. But in today's society, you have to understand, or you have to think about that thing, that people are volatile. With the amount of stress that individuals have on them, that would be the worst thing to do. Okay, part of my case is this. These people, we hear about road rage all the time. Road rage. Now, for some reason, most of the time you never hear about, they never tell you what a person does. But I'm sure, out of all the cases of road rage, you've had a couple of teachers involved in it. Or professional people involved in road rage. The reason why I can say that, because I drive to work every day. I see those same professional people driving on 295, on 29 in New Jersey and Philadelphia, and you're cutting you off, flying around 20. I mean, they just doing crazy stuff. These are the same people who want to put a gun in their hands. Now, whether you think about it or not, no one begin. Well, in this day and age, people might begin the day talking about I'm going to kill somebody, but in most cases, nobody starts off in that frame of mind. It takes some time before they get to that frame of mind where they're ready to shoot someone, where they're ready to kill someone. Now, granted, we have children, young adults, and adults walking around here every day in the streets, in our streets, with illegal guns in their hand, shooting people like crazy. But we also have people with gun permits shooting people like crazy. We have police officers just shooting people. This is the craziest thing in the world. You're going to give another person. We already don't want guns in our school. Now you're going to put it in the hands of the teacher. So when you when you get that phone call that your child has been shot, and you say, what happened? Well, your child hit a teacher, and when he hit the teacher felt fearful of their lives. They pulled the gun and dispersed it in the class. Now, you disperse your gun in the class. If you, in a fit of rage, you're just shooting. But you have innocent people around also. Innocent other children. What happens when you shoot one of the other children? What happens if you best try to shoot one of the other teachers? I mean, I can only see this as a legal crap storm. First of all. Second thing, I think it's morally incorrect. You don't put a gun in a person's hand in a school situation. You don't put a gun in a person's hand in a work situation of any kind. Now, my thinking about it, first of all, I think that our lives is chaotic enough without having to worry about this. Does the gym teacher have a gun and he's already got an attitude because you won't play basketball or you won't run or you won't do something else. Or the principal is sitting in her office and she's got 1,000 calls from her hierarchy and she needs to do this and she needs to do that, and then at home her money is going crazy and the family is going crazy and she's just sitting there, and one day she just gets up and pow herself, and then a little child walks in and sees that, or something even worse. This in itself is the most idiotic thing in the world. If you're gonna take more time to make our schools safer, put a professional. I'm not saying that professionals can't lose their minds, because we have professionals going around here doing the craziest things as it is. Don't get me wrong. But I would rather have a person that was trained extensively to use a gun. I would rather have a person that was trained and took the oath to protect and serve in my school with a gun than my teacher who doesn't want to come there, who's been there 25, 30 years, tired of the little kids, got anger issues with the half of the class anyway, and then you put a gun in their hands. Our schools is not a place for guns. If you ask the normal person in the streets, the normal coward in the streets, if you put a gun in a coward's hand, he's no longer a coward. He feels as though he has power. He now does things that he wouldn't normally do because now he has a gun. Come on, people. It's not rocket science. I'm not saying turn a school into a jail where you gotta have metal detectors and all this other stuff, bars. In some cases, you may have to. You may want to. But I don't think that educators should be walking around with 9mm in their pants pocket. I don't think that educators should be walking around with Uzis on their back. I don't think that I want to see my phys ed teacher or my calculus teacher with a 38 in his sock. Talk about it's just in case. It's not just in case. It's a recipe for issues. Don't do it. Well, that's my take on this crazy subject. Let me know what you think. Hit me up with some type of a response, and I'll let you know what I respond to what I can. But I had to say something, and this is totally serious to me. One thing that I truly believe, and in the Bible, Exodus 22 and 24, it says, and my wrath shall wax hot. And I will kill you with the sword, and your wives shall be widows, and your children's fathers. That's Exodus 22 and 24. What you don't understand is when you put a gun in a person's hand, they have the power to take a life. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. And once you put a gun in a person's hand in a volatile situation and not knowing how their lives are working or what's going on in their lives, it's really just more chaos going to occur. I mean, what's to stop this person from coming to school and they're supposed to be going for a raise and they get mad at one of the other teachers that they didn't get the raise, or the superiors for not giving them that raise, or not giving them the promotion that they've been working 10 years so hard to get to, or not even getting tenure at their school. What is to stop that person from reacting like anybody else would? Think about something. If you're in a classroom and you're supposed to be the person that's in that classroom that's actually supposed to be in charge of that classroom, and then you have these kids disrespecting you, acting wild, talking back, we have problem children. And sometimes those children will even get in your face and argue right back with you, word for word. Tell you what they're going to do, what they're not going to do. Are you that person that has enough restraint not to pull your gun? Or at least threaten them with knowing that you have one? You might be. But then at what point do you take that power from just the children to your other workers in the school? How about you're a teacher and you're tired of one of the other teachers making sexual innuendos towards you, and this one day you're having a bad day, or you're tired of the other teachers talking about you behind your back. You're not sure about it, but you know that they're talking about you doing this and you doing that. One day you come into school and see, not being able to bring it to school is one thing, but being allowed to have it in school already, being able to walk around with it. Can you say the Wild Wild West? This is not an argument for sane, rational people. The argument for sane, rational people is how do we work with our children, how do we work with our schools to make them safer. Putting a gun in another person's hand is not safe. Putting a gun in another... Now, I'm not saying you can't bring your gun in your car to school, because that's fine. But once you get to school, that gun should not go into the school. Not around my children. Not around other people that don't like guns or fear guns. Not around a situation that can become volatile in a second. My name's Calvin. I want to thank you for coming to check me out on another Calvin's Kitchen. I just want to tell you today, be blessed, be safe, and may God rest on you. Have a great day.